Alright, here's an interesting video where we're showing you the difference between a single leg deadlift and a single leg split squat or split squat. So then, as they look very similar. Most people would think they're the same exercise, but however they are slightly different. Just like squats and deadlifts with two legs are, well, they're completely different, but they share a similar action of the hip, sort of being very mobile and having to go backward and forward, as in hip extension. All right, so let's have a look at this this video to sort of so you can see the difference and understand when you would want to use one, so that has to get the benefits of each exercise. All right, so they have different elements to it. So the version closest to us is the split squat. All right, so in the split squat, it's generally a bit more upright, almost like a lunge in a way, you know. So sometimes people call the lunge a split squat, but you see his foot's on the bench there, so really it's taking this leg's out of it. All right, it doesn't really have a lot of that it can do. Although having said that, people do cheat by pushing off the bench with their foot too much, but predominantly a lot of the work is done through here. Now, the big difference between the one that Nathan's doing, this one, is also the bench is very stable, right? So the extra stability that it's giving him allows him to lift quite a big weight and turn it more into a strength exercise. Having said that, though, most people struggle with this not because of lack of strength, but because of lack of stability. So I would argue the Swiss ball is much better choice than the bench. They're going to make way more mistakes on the Swiss ball, but it's exactly what they need to do to learn how to correct it. And when the bench is sort of doing a lot of work for them, they're not really learning how to stabilise anyway. It's a bit like putting training wheels on them. All right, so you've got to remove the training wheels and make them learn how to reflex, stabilise themselves, to correct themselves all the time. And again, I see this in strength and conditioning coaches, and a lot of people who go straight to the heavy stuff hate using Swiss balls and try to throw all these arguments at me of why they're no good, but really they do enhance these movements way faster than strength does on its own. All right, so that's the split squat. So let's have a look at Nathan when he does the deadlift, and you can sort of see already the different position that he's already in, and we'll get a close look in a second, but you'll see he's more bent over. So that's more of a deadlift, where the other one was more of a squat, where the head was more up and sitting much more upright. All right, so let's keep playing this, and we'll see what the difference. So with the Swiss ball moving around, and the Swiss ball can move in almost any direction, forcing his body to work out how to control it and stabilise it, to maintain alignment so that his feet doesn't pronate. And and the other thing here, you'll see that he has to get a good. All right, so there's the split squat in the background. You can see the difference there. All right, so we've got nice and upright, upright deadlift, over. All right, see that? Bent over. So it's much more stuck in that position like that. All right. Now he has to make sure he keeps his nice little arch in his back there. The split squat, by the way, will be a lot more quad involved. This one will be entirely glutes, hamstrings. There'll be very minimal amount of quad, mainly because the moment arm is so small for the quad. So there's only really that much that it can do. Where on the other version, you'll see that he has to. There's a hell of a lot more quad being involved. All right, so because he's much more upright, he's really driving up through there. See how much closer his head is to him, where Nathan's, his head was really far in front. All right, so both of them will use glutes to a certain degree. The deadlift will just use it a lot more. And most people are weaker in their glutes than their quads, so I prefer the deadlift to the split squat, but you still need to learn them both. And in both cases, I would prefer the Swiss ball over the bench. If I'm going to use the bench, I'm going to use a lot heavier weight, because I've already proven that I can do the Swiss ball, a bit like Nathan. Once he's proven to me that he can do it and he can handle it, then I'm ready to move forward with really heavy load. I might even use a barbell and not a dumbbell or kettlebell, as in a goblet squat sort of thing. All right, so great exercises to use. Just why you're using it and the purpose of it. If you're lacking stability, use Swiss balls. If you've got great stability want to progress to strength, use the bench. All right, and be wise on your reps and sets and stuff like that. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you on our next one.